Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Hot Mike. I'm Bill Whittle here on NRATV, and we've been talking about Dana Loesch's piece, which was tremendous, Freedom's Safest Place, and then the backlash to that, and then Grant's response to this, and so on, and some thoughts of my own. And, you know, while we were away on break, it occurred to me, I really do finally see something that I just missed before. I know why they reacted this viscerally to this piece by Dana. They reacted like this because it takes away their victimhood. They're not the victims anymore. We're the victims. And unlike their victimhood, which is just to whine and complain about it, we're saying, well, we're not going to be victims. But it took away their victimhood. It showed that they're the ones who are committing these acts of violence, not us. We're the ones who are the people who are being harmed here. And you can't have a left without victimhood, you see? You just can't have it. If you don't have a victim, then you don't have any reason to have an all-powerful state to come in and basically rectify this so-called injustice. If you don't have that victimhood, you've got nothing on the left. And this video has taken it away from them, and they don't like it. Let's look at that final installation of Grant's epic response to the people who are criticizing Dana's piece.
Now the media uses this concocted controversy to claim gun owners are upset with the NRA. You know what I've seen? I've seen a swell of support. Gun owners and freedom-loving Americans who are sick of this hypocrisy, getting behind the greatest offender of freedom in history. That's the NRA, because we will never back down. But most of all, what really got at the left was this simple lie uttered by one very strong woman.
The only way we stop this, the only way we save our country and our freedom is to fight this violence of lies with the clenched fist of truth.
It is our purest weapon in this ongoing war for truth. So to every member of the lying media and the violent left demanding an apology, let me be very clear. It'll never happen. We don't apologize for warning America about chaos creators who want to impose their will upon us through their violence and lies. And we stand firm with the clenched fist of truth while they wilt with an open mouth of lies.
I'm just really proud to know that guy, honestly. It was fun to go out and have a beer with him. He's a terrific guy. Grant got it right on the nose. He got it right on the nose. The left fears us, and they fear us because for the first time in history, the population of the country has decided that they're not just going to go willingly off into that good night. They fear us because of things like the videos that you saw, the Dana video, all of it, the commercials that we ran, people being prepared, people protecting themselves, people not dependent on a government, people who are independent. All of this scares them to death, and that's why they're having the reaction they're having. Let's just quickly cover another story that's just really got my attention, and it's something that I find absolutely reprehensible. You know, when the founders got together and created this government and created a constitution, they did a superb job of creating checks and firewalls, really, between the government and the people. So things like government censorship are still pretty much impossible in America today. The government can't censor anything, but what we find is that the government doesn't have to censor anything anymore because of the left's political pressure and the left's sense of demonization. If the government's not telling somebody to shut up, but somebody like CNN is, well, then somebody has to shut up. And that's not America, and I'm going to show you why. A couple of days ago, a person did a tweet, tweeted a small video. It's a very short little video. We'll show it to you in just a second. Because, as you may recall from last week, CNN was in complete meltdown mode over the fact that people in CNN were admitting on camera that this whole Donald Trump-Russia connection doesn't exist. It's a witch hunt, and they're doing it for ratings. And so that hit them very, very hard. And then some private citizen, wasn't the NRA, wasn't me as a professional, some guy somewhere spent probably 10 minutes, found an old clip of Donald Trump, and they ran this. Here you can see Donald Trump doing something from a publicity event a couple of years ago, I guess it was, and he's just simply put the CNN logo over this guy. Donald Trump gets down on him, throws a couple of fake punches, and body slams him. There he goes, boom, down, boom, and so on. Now, here's where it gets disgusting. Okay, that's in good fun. And I'd like to stress again, I'd like to stress again that this was not something that Donald Trump put together. It's not something that any professionals put together. It's just a guy someplace who put it together. And then CNN, your most trusted name in news, decided to put some serious resources into this. They didn't put resources into the email scandal or Fast and Furious or Benghazi or anything, but they'll put resources, lots of them, into Sarah Palin, and they'll put a lot of resources into this. So CNN, the news agency, had to find out who this person was. This unknown individual American citizen, and they did find out who this person was. And CNN threatened this individual with exposing his name, his address, his phone number, everything, open to ridicule. He knows, the person that made this knows what the left is capable of. And CNN had the audacity to say, you will apologize for this. And so he did. He apologized because he's terrified of being called out by this gigantic, enormous corporate organization of fascists and cowards. That's what they are. And they made this man apologize for a joke video for something that is so lighthearted, something so silly, something so trivial, something so absolutely innocent and harmless that two things come to mind immediately. First of all, it is living hell in CNN headquarters right now, because if something that innocuous could cause that kind of reaction among the CNN brass, then you know CNN is in serious, serious, serious trouble. Now, the thing that's just out and out disgusting is the whole thing in the first place, right? We are going to say to you that you have to apologize, and if you don't apologize, we're going to expose you. It's blackmail is what it is. It's blackmail by a giant corporation against an individual American who's trying to exercise his First Amendment freedoms, and he's being bullied into silence, and not just silence, but apology by the fascists and the cowards over at CNN. It's disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful, and they're getting their blowback on that too. Starting to get limbered up here, and it's time to go. I'm Bill Whittle here from Los Angeles, California. This is the Hot Mic Show, and we will see you tomorrow right here on NRATV.